And that's always been the great difficulty in powerlifting, isn't it? Is like most of the people that are involved in wanting to organize competitions or organize the sport are very independent, kind of stubborn people. Um, and I think for those of us that have been around a long time, that was also one of the attractions of the sport, is that it kind of encouraged stubbornness and independence. And then so trying to get those people to coordinate, it's always going to.
And it's like the newer generation's doing well, but they want everything to be the same and the same level of quality everywhere. So we split nationals this year into an open nationals and a junior masters nationals. That's still 3 days each. The masters sort of barely get a day. Eventually, you probably need a masters nationals and a junior, sub junior, and an open. But that's a lot of commitment to volunteers, and it's a lot of effort unless you put decent qualifying standards in, and then that becomes what are the qualifying standards and who sets them, and because they reset the qualifying totals a year and a half ago, and Tim Monagatti made them up and effectively just looked at open and juniors and then put these crazy totals in for masters. And then I heard this, oh, well, Tim's a data scientist, so of course they're all correct. So a bunch of us, including me, put some actual effort and stats into it, and went back to the powers that be on NZPF and said, well, here's where they should be. Here's the actual statistics around it. And we got those updated. Um,
Interesting. Hey, because I'm not lifting, I kind of ignored it a lot and stayed out. But I know there was a lot of conjecture around qualified and the difference, both male to female and in the APA.
I saw what happened to the APA one, and their qualifying standards don't make sense either. And it's not hard to create fair qualifying standards based on what's out there. I mean, we did this, 14 years ago when Raw was created.
Yeah, I was like, I wanted to make sure people understand that you're not, you're one of the few people that's not just armchair quarterbacking and like one from the Muppets just yelling comments. You were heavily involved in putting all the records, the new standards, qualifying standards when Raw became a.
Yeah, I mean, I helped Robert create the qualifying standards, worked out the percentages between each lift. I took a lot of work off the USAPL because they had been running Raw for a couple of years, so you can see this the percentages. And even with Raw, people think it was between wraps and knee sleeves, and it was between nothing on your knees at all and knee sleeves. And I created this document for Robert of all of these other sports like softball and rugby and everything else that had some sort of protection on the knees, just to ensure we had something. Because we had the USAPL with sleeves and that sort of thing, but it was never between wraps and sleeves. It was the UK people wanting nothing at all. And maybe that works for young kids, but I like warm knees.
I read some of the arguments because I was for bare knees, and it was because I lived in the Pilbara, and anything on your knees for a year feels horrendous, and my knees are always warm when I live in degrees, so I didn't want to wear. I didn't want anything. It's like, but yeah, like it was like, yeah, I don't think people realized that the argument wasn't for was knee sleeves originally, and the knee sleeves that we had initially were, well, we had Ponos, they were legal,
That was it.
and
Yeah.
Ray Bans, yeah, the blue Ray Bans from.
Yeah. And I had a pair of those that lasted me 10 years and they finally fell apart.
Look, still going. Um, because you remember when bought like heaps of them. They stocked up when the blue ones when were unavailable. I think I bought about 5 or 6 pairs and sold them. So I've still got them to pull out. There's probably a brand